Hello fellow movie collectors. I'm going to make a quick video on my Scorpion Releasing DVD collection. For those of you probably already know this that collect DVDs, the guy who runs Scorpion Releasing is the brother of Bill Olsen, the guy that runs Code Red. And I believe his name is Walter Olsen, but don't quote me on that. But Scorpion Releasing is one of the best DVD companies on the scene, releasing cult type of films at the moment. And the first one I bought of theirs is the early 80s slasher Silent Scream. When this came out, I never heard of Scorpion Releasing, and I'm like, ooh. And I bought it, and I knew it was a label that I should keep an eye out for. Next one I have here is The Devil Within Her with Joan Collins, Donald Pleasance, and my favorite beauty, Caroline Munro. This was the first of I got of a label, a sub-label of theirs called Katerina's Nightmare Theater. What's great is Scorpion released reversible cover artwork, so if you do not like the banner, you can switch it to cover art that doesn't have it. Next one I got is Final Exam. I used to own the BCI Eclipse version of this film, but when I heard Scorpion was going to be releasing it, I sold that version because I could get good money for it and use some of that money to rebuy the Scorpion Releasing version here. And I have the Pix. There's quite a few public domain versions of this available, but those are crap quality. This is really nice, beautiful widescreen edition. I really like a dramatic horror film that Karen Black gives a wonderful performance. Really did like that film a lot. Humongous, a really enjoyable early 80s slasher. This was the first time it's ever been released on DVD, so it was highly sought after, and they did a really great job here. And then I got, let's see, Satan's Blood. This is a Spanish horror film. I used to own the Mondo Macabro version of this film. I owned it in college, sold it because I had some money problems at that time due to medical issues, but and that version went out of print, so I'm really glad to pick it up again since Scorpion Releasing re-released it. The plot is quite ridiculous, but it's got a really dark, bizarre atmosphere that I really enjoy about that film. Got the slasher House on Sorority Row. This is the third time it's been released on DVD, but the first time I picked it up, so I was really glad. Nice deluxe 2-disc treatment of that. Have The Devil's Men, and which is a Greek film, I believe, and then Terror, which is that is a British horror film. I actually owned both of these in Mill Creek bargain set. I owned The Devil's Men under the title Land of the Minotaur, but I really liked Terror, and you know, it was like really cheap, so I usually don't double dip, but for this case I did upgrade, because Devil's Men is the uncut version, has the original end credits song, which is hilarious, so for me this was well worth an update. Another double feature here, Mark of Cain and Thrill Kill. These are two Canadian horror films. Mark of Cain, they're okay films. They're nothing great by any means. Mark of Cain's about a killer, an evil twin that tries to take his brother's life. You know, we've seen it 1,000 times. Thrill Kill is about it's actually more of a thriller, not really a horror film. About a woman that she programs games, and she steals money from the company she works at, and they kill her and after her sister. So another satanic 70s film here, Satan's Slave. This is the British horror film, and I really like this. Michael Gough. It's just a really atmospheric British horror film. If you like British horror, that's really enjoyable. Next up is not a horror film, but an action film, Puppet on a Chain, from author Alistair MacLean. He wrote some just amazing novels, like Where Eagles Dare and Guns of Navarone. This is one of the more obscure films based on one of his stories, so it was a real rarity, so I was really glad to be able to pick that up. Got, let's see, The Survivor. It's an Australian horror film. It's not terrible. It's rather slow, but it's got some good creepy moments in it, and I was really glad I bought this. But you know, I wish they did go a little more on the horror factor in it, but I didn't mind that too much. Let's see, and then I got Mortuary, the early 80s slasher, one of Bill Paxton's first roles. He's hilarious in it. Christopher George, his wife Linda Day George. I really enjoyed this. It's not a great film by any means, but it's a for fans of early 80s horror, man, yeah, you gotta get that. And this is Ator the Fighting Eagle, first entry into Katerina's Cat Scratch Cinema. Lovable, awful Italian Conan ripoff. I'm hoping that Scorpion Releasing gets around to releasing some of the sequels to it, because I really enjoy Italian trash like this. It's really cool that they... And it's a far better DVD than the old Legacy full-screen VHS-sourced crap DVD, so, man, yeah, that was well worth it. Let's see. The Day After Halloween. This is a Australian suspense thriller that was marketed in America as a slasher. It is not a slasher, so a lot of people are disappointed in this film for that. If you go into it with the mentality it's just a suspense thriller, then it's actually pretty good. Of course, the American title, The Day After Halloween, is trying to market it as an unofficial sequel to John Carpenter's Halloween. Of course, it isn't. It's better known as Snapshot. So this movie gets a lot of bad reviews, but those people go in with the preconceived notion that it's a slasher, and it's not. And if you don't expect that, it's not too bad. Here's a martial arts cheesy action film, Kill and Kill Again, starring James Ryan. Unbeknownst to me, before I bought it, it's actually a sequel to a film, Kill or Be Killed, but usual with martial arts film, it's easily viewed on its own. Scorpion Releasing said they are not going to be releasing the first film in the series, which sucks, but enjoyable, trashy martial arts film there. Let's see, got another American Nightmare. I really like Michael Ironside. This is a Canadian horror film, pseudo-slasher, kind of like an Italian giallo. It's actually a pretty realistic, gritty film. Takes place, like in porno theaters and just seedy parts of cities, So, yeah, it's the master is taken from 1-inch master tape source. There's no negatives left in existence. So some people are bitching about the transfer, but no, that's the best it's ever going to look. So I thank Scorpion Releasing for still releasing it even without film elements. And the last Scorpion Releasing DVD I have bought is Death Ship. This originally was supposed to be part of Katerina's Nightmare Theater. Her hosting option is still on it, but they didn't put the banner on this release for some reason. I've been dying to see this for years and years and years, and I'm really, really, really glad that they put this out. So I remember Bill Olsen was kind of giving his brother crap on forums that it was already given a Region 2 DVD release, so why would he put it on Region 1? Well, there's a lot of people like me that don't own all Region DVD players, so a Region 1 DVD NTSC version is well welcome, so thank you, Scorpion, for that. And that's my Scorpion DVD collection so far, so I'll be planning on getting plenty more. This is not all of their other releases. Of course, if I had more money, I'd own them all, but that's it for now. I'm sure I will be picking up more in the future. One of the best companies around. Okay, peace out.